Hello, I'm Carla Scholte. I'm a director and founder of Embedded Fitness, and we develop interactive devices to make people more exercising. Nicole is a partner, and she will tell more about our company and what we are looking for.
Good morning, everyone. So Embedded Fitness is active since 2008, and we are a certified innovation partner of the Dutch Ministry of Health and Sports. The idea is that you like to do sports if it's fun. And the ideas that we developed is smart clips. So there's many ideas that were developed, but smart clips is the one I think we want to pitch right now. It's a device with 8 LED lights, or you can also buy a smaller suitcase of 4 lights, and it can be used in sports, but also in healthcare. And here you see a physiotherapist working with a patient to improve its cognition and also the physical fitness of the patient. And they were using our smart clips. And the idea is that you don't have to touch them, but you only have to go and swipe them. And that's much better, of course, in healthcare. We shouldn't touch everything. Then you can see some videos of. I hope this is working. Can you see them moving? Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay, so here you can see how it can be used also in education. It can be used in schools to make sports more fun, and it can also be used to measure how people are advancing. So not only students but also the patients, of course. Yeah, we think we really have a unique selling point, because it can be attached to almost everything. You can program certain tests or certain exercises. You can program them in the app. So that's I think that's the next slide. Oh, here's a beautiful picture of a lady who's enjoying her exercise. So there's also an app to it. Yeah, where it could also be used for home exercises. And this is very important because if you want to increase also therapy loyalty, this is a perfect way, because you can also measure if people are indeed doing the exercises that they should be doing and how they are progressing at home. So we are now working on Parkinson patients to develop exercises for them and to see how this is working, and if it's indeed giving them the progress that we would like. And we are working now on a 10-week exercise program, also for balance coordination, reducing the risk of falls. And on our roadmap, we have hip, knee, CVA programs, and we're looking for partners now in DigitBrain who can help us with validation, acceleration to the market in other European countries, because we're now only active in the Netherlands, and implementation. And of course, if anybody has a great idea how our devices can be combined with a solution that they already have, we are very open to that as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much to both. Really interesting presentation. May I ask a question, or does anybody in the audience have a question? Isabel, please.
Good morning, ladies. Thank you for your presentation.
Shall we
Stop sharing?
stop the sharing? Yeah.
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 Better. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question because I'm thinking about one of our company who is working on physical rehabilitation with haptic feedback. Is it something you could envisage as a collaboration with people who are working already on physical rehabilitation and could be you could be complementary or something like that, or is it?
Yes, I think that will be great. I think for us it is important to make an implementation and see how it works in the other country. Yeah, then we can go from the device we have now to a ready for market for that country. And I think it's important that we work together with revalidation or other healthcare institutes. Can also be a hospital. Yeah, we don't know
Okay.
exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Isabel. I do have a couple of questions. The first one is, how do you see your business model working in terms of, is it a subscription? Is it the purchase of the actual hardware combined with the app? How do you envision that?
Yeah, so it's the hardware is the first thing, but we are also working now on a subscription model to get access to the app with the exercises, because the exercises should be validated also for the indications that are there. So we hope in that sense to have a longer revenue than just the sales of the clips themselves.
Of the hardware. Another question. Yeah, please, Carla.
We will have a database working. Then people can subscribe and have their own data. And also there will be there is a license in the app, and they have to pay yearly for that.
Great. One more question in regards to the application, not the app, but the application of the product. If I'm not mistaken, this can be used remotely as well. It's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily need to be controlled in a specific exercise setting, controlled by it can be, let's say, on remote monitoring for an elderly patient with Alzheimer's, can be put in their home. Okay, and then monitored by, let's say, welfare, the municipality or the caregiver.
The municipality, we never thought about that.
Or the caregiver, whoever's responsible of the care of the.
Yeah, we have small devices with 4 clips, and we are working on 1 or 2 clips that they can use at home, that make it cheaper, and that caregivers can give it, take it away or bring it at home.
Fantastic. Isabel.
Sorry. Just a question regarding your last sentences. The users are both caregivers and patients or people at home. They both have access to the data, or is it something only for caregivers and the professionals?
Yeah, that depends on the AVG, the privacy. The patient must give toestemming
to accept, to give accordance to access to the data. It's not normally only the patient has, so the one that has the app on the phone that is connected with the devices, that's the one who sees the data. But if they give access to the data, then others can see it as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Isabel. Because I'm thinking about a potential company that could be interested. What they do is that they're a platform that runs the care path and monitoring for elderly care in general. And they could be interested in putting testing devices that that could help with rehabilitation and training, etc., of the elderly that live in their homes. So I'm thinking about that. It's called Hestia Agora.
Where are they?
They are in Sweden.
In Sweden. Okay.
In Sweden.
Okay.
So I'm gonna check out and see if they could be interesting.
Okay. Because Isabel, the company that you just mentioned, where is that company?
From France.
France. Okay.
Another question, and just to close up your interesting presentation is, do you have any insights on results, on how, you know, how rapidly or how effectively recovery has been, or a specific exercise has been?
Now we do a lot of research with the Knowledge Institute, and now we are having a program for Parkinson, and the results are that that they have a better balance, and the risk for falling is larger. Is reduced. And now we have a group of 38 patients. We are giving that program, and we have to follow up that.
Increase the time, and we increase the number of patients to get more steady data. But we already have the data of 16 patients for 5 weeks.
Already, yeah.
So you want us to add that in the presentation, or you want us to share the presentation?
If you could, and if it's public, it would be interesting to share it with us.
The
results
report.
The reports in Dutch. But we could make perhaps we can make a summary of the results.
Yeah, we can.
Precisely, exactly, in a few bullet points.
Yeah,
that would be interesting and helpful as well.
How can we share it with you?
You can actually send it to me, to my email, or also through your local representative, but I'll put my email here, and I can distribute it.
Okay, that's great. Yeah,
that was also my question regarding the validation. What do you need? I'm sitting at the University Hospital in Umeå, north part of Sweden, and we have related projects. But if it's something that are going to be published, you need ethical permission and to do so. But so I'm really interested in the data you already have collected, and what are you needed? So is it more clinical studies, or?
Yeah, it would be great if people can help us with validation with different diseases, disease areas. Yeah, because now for Parkinson we are doing this research.
Knee operations can help recover faster.
Or if you see any other condition.
We already sold I think 250 products in the Netherlands, and for example in revalidation institutes, they use it in the therapy. But not every revalidation has this data. That is what we want now.
Yeah, I will take it to my department and discuss it. And we have projects that are related to balance, and it might be.
Allowed in the discipline to collaborate with a university hospital? Do you count as a SME, or do we need an extra SME then if you want to do a project together?
Yeah, I guess you need an SME, but we maybe if you want to perform a clinical study or something, I might be able to help you to get in right contact with the right person at the hospital.
Okay.
because yeah, you need a clinician that are interested in the area and so on.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so much to Embedded Business, Embedded Fitness. Sorry about that.